Yes, so once you sign up, you should have gotten a link which directs you to the WhatsApp platform. And when you come to the WhatsApp platform, you head over, you would then get the messages and all those things. Now, the main thing is submitting your assignments, and this is how it is done. Everything is an automated process. You sign up, we give you the link to the WhatsApp platform, and then in about 2 days we will give you your folders. Now your folder has access, has it's called an editor access. And to get this editor access, if you check the people right here, once I click on this one, and let's say I check the info. Okay, you see this icon, it means info. Once I check the info, I can see who has access to this. And so this shows me that anyone on the internet with a link can view this folder. Okay, so the once you have been given your folders, you check if you have, if your email is also part of it, and you can see stanceb.gmail.com can edit, which means that I have access. I can create things here, I can create a folder, I can upload a file, I can even rename the file. So this is how you rename the file. You can come over here and rename the file to anything I want. And so that is the first step. The second step is the step 0 is to make sure that you are signed into an account. If you look at the corner here, you are signed into an account which has access to it. And so this is the JBSN Media Gmail account, and because we have access to the this link, that's the Google Drive link, we are able to then have the folders, and then if it's viewer access, we are able to view, and if it is editor access, we are able to create folders ourselves. Okay, so that's how it works. Now let me just resize back. Okay, all right, I believe it's okay now. Let me just resize it all then. Okay, I think we can manage with this. So that's the first step. You copy the link. Okay, the issue we're having is that your website, your PDF browsers don't allow you to your PDF apps don't allow you to open the link that you have copied, that we have in here. Doesn't allow you to open a different web page. Okay, so if I click over here, you see that I've been directed here, and I've opened a new tab, and I can get access to this. Okay, however, what happens is that on your PD, for those using WPS especially, once you open it, WPS has a web browser sort of in it, and that web browser doesn't allow you to view it in the Google Drive. Okay, that's the Google Drive app. So take note. After you're done with that, you are supposed to scroll through your name. So we scroll and we look for our name, Sewa Akoto. Once we find our name, then we shall open the folder, and then we will do these things. When you get once we locate our folder, okay, that folder which we have located is called our parent folder. Okay, parent folder, because that's the folder which houses other folders. Okay, so our parent folder here is Sewa Akoto, and so you open Sewa Akoto, and then you will see these things in the folder. What are these things? These are subfolders. Okay, and you can see that we have this over here, student submission, then we have Sewa Akoto. That is called a directory. it's becoming an IT class, but that's how it is. And so if I look for, let's say, Sewa Koto, so to for it to find it easily, I would decide to sort it by uh, I'll decide to sort it by name. So I'll sort it by name over here. Okay, once I sort it by name, I'll look for the S, and I should find Sewa Akoto over here. Sewa, where's Sewa? Sewa Akoto. So I should find my Sewa Akoto somewhere here. I'm still looking. Let's see. Sewa Akoto is over here. So I click on here and I get my parent folder. Now for this parent folder, I should have these 5 folders: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now over here, the steps will show you how to create the 5. Main thing, make sure that the first name, okay, this underscore means space, so you have first name plus your FAW1. I don't need you to add plus to it. All we need is first name and last name, which means this is actually a mistake. So we need first name and last name plus our FAW1, FAW2, FAW3, FAW4, first name and last name. So Sewa Akoto JVSM project, and you will have it over here. So this is for all Sewa Akoto files. You have Sewa Akoto project. Okay, so name all of them like this. Then we come to common issues. So with the common issues, kindly read through well. If there's any question you have concerning uploading your folder, if you haven't addressed this, please don't address this first. Read through this one first, and then if there's anything, you contact us. There's our number here. Now the first one says that if you enroll late, your folder will be active in 48 hours. Okay, so that's about that's the first thing. The next thing is that if you haven't logged into your Google Drive account with your email that you registered with, you'll be able to get access as well. Okay, that's the second thing. And then the next thing is that make sure you switch your account to the email that you registered with. Okay, to switch the account, you have to tap on the account and then you can sign into something else. All right, and then if you've made sure that everything is correct, then you come and check this. It says you have copied the link and opened the link via Google Drive application. So that's what I've just done for you. Now it will be rare, but if you only be able to create the folder if you have editor access. So if you don't have the editor access but just have viewer access, for that one it's very rare because it's an automated system. But once it happens that way, just text us, we'll get to you. And very rare is if you still try all these steps and you are not able to access the folder, or you're not able to create extra folders in, then that for that one, it means you probably didn't type the right email. But it's very rare because currently for the new entrants, we've made sure you verify your email, and so it shouldn't happen. Next thing, submitting your assignments, make sure that it's on Wi-Fi or mobile data. You can switch it to mobile data just to make sure that you're able to upload it with no delay. Make sure the file has been uploaded. And then most importantly, these things, all the assignments which are FAD should have FAD in it. Okay, so it should be submitted in your parent folder. That's the first thing. So Sewa Akoto is our parent folder. So this folder, I can just drag and drop anything for my, be it my PC, I can drag and drop it for my phone, and or I can upload it by coming to, if it's on the PC, if it's on the phone, it would have been a plus button. If it's on the PC, I can click on upload, go and look for a file. So let's say this one, I can look for this file here and upload it to the parent folder. And you see at the right bottom corner, I've just uploaded something here. The next thing says that all the FAD assignments to be submitted and uploaded must be renamed well. And so depending on the assignment you have been given, we'll ask you to add FAD to it. Okay, So you add FAD. If it happens that you uploaded the file, it wasn't named FAD, all you have to do is rename the file. Go to the dot, click on rename, and the first name for the assignment, some of them will be given. So in our pattern assignment, it was pattern FAD1. So you just do this and add FAD1 to it, and we are good to go. The file name has been renamed, so there's nothing wrong if you uploaded the file and you named well, but just make sure before the deadline you have named it well. All right. Then the next one says that all the FAW assignments must be named appropriately and should contain the word FAW. So if I have this flyer, I can name it FAW. So if, for instance, I worked on the flyer and the assignment requirement says that name it your last name, so I can say Akoto FAW1. I have to add the one so that the ones marking would be able to see that it's FA1 assignment. Okay, now, and must be uploaded to their respective folders. So which means that once I'm done with an FAW1, I have to make sure it comes here. So either I upload it here first, and so you can see we have an assignment over here as to FAW1, okay, which has been uploaded. So that's about the submission. That's our major issue now, but I believe with this PDF now, the updated one, you are good to go. Next thing is the course outline. So this is the course outline, and I'm very happy that we've been able to put this thing together for you. Over here, once you have the course outline, you basically have every single thing. You have the assignments, how it should be submitted. You have a link to, it says locate the complete guide to submit all the assignments. And so once you click on this one, you see that I've gotten this same folder, this same link or folder which was sent to the group, and I can reopen the assignment items here. The assignment is a PDF, okay, so I can reopen it here and then go through here in case I'm lost. Once I come to the course outline, I can also know on the left, for the people using the phone, you can view this one, or you can download Google Docs to view it, or for the people using the PC, you can also see the outline. So everything has been arranged here for you. JVSM Bootcamp, the course outline, the assignment submissions, the introduction, link to the entire course content, the classroom where we're having our classrooms, week 1 activities, our day 1 what we've done, our lesson 1 what it was about, our day 3, the lesson 2.2, lesson 2.3, lesson 2.4, lesson day 5, and lesson day 3. Now this folder is going to be updated every single week, and so at the end of every week you'll be having more outline. There'll be more to it. Okay, we'll just be updating this, and that is why this is a Google Docs file, so we are able to make live changes to it, and it affects everyone once you have the link. Okay, so I'd advise you to rely on the Google Drive one, okay, instead of downloading it on your phone, or you'll be outdated once we update the course outline and everything. Now once again, you'll be having to we'll be having Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We'll be having the assignments, and all these assignments may be submitted on the learning platform, discussion group, or the parent folder, depending on where we've asked you to submit them. And then for the total assignment, we have our assignments here, which are going to be posted in the class on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We've said that again. There are going to be 15 FADs, which is flyer a day, to be uploaded into your parent folder. And so you come to this word again, parent folder. Okay, so don't get confused when you see parent folder. Okay, you have the deadline is Saturdays each week. We don't mind if it's 12 p.m. Then FAWs, so you need to submit 4 FAWs. That's flyer a week assignment, and the deadline is Sunday each week. And we also have a JVSM project. Please, we don't want to stress you. We just need you to be just submit what you have by the deadline. Okay, graphic design is about being creative, and so even if you feel like it's incomplete, it can be nice as a design so far as you have the right elements inside. That's all. So don't stress yourself. Just make sure you submit something before the deadline. You can then take your time and do the work well if you want to, and then just re-upload it in it. That is all. But try and make sure it's close to the deadline. For the assignment, for the certificates you'll be giving you at the end of the day, we want to make sure that these two things have been fulfilled: the FAW and the JBSM project. And we've said that with the JBSM project, make sure to sign up to Canva with your email that you sign up, because that's what we'll be using. This is our introduction. This JBSN media here once again. And this is what we do. We're into graphic design, photography, videography, anything design, and we are organizing this as a way to give back to our society and to make sure people understand design, they're able to relate to our design, and to realize that design is all around them, from the toothpaste that you use today, whether Pepsodent or Colgate. It's a designer which made it look like what Colgate is. Once you mention KFC, it's a mental picture which comes in mind, and that mental picture is created because of the work of a designer. Okay, and so we want you to understand what design is, and we want you to be able to make good designs. Yeah, if we are in a world full of good designs out there, I believe the world will be a better place. Okay, now this is the link to the entire course content. Once again, you click on this, you come back to this folder, and this is our classroom. For our classroom, we have Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. 6 p.m. is the time when the lessons will usually be uploaded, or you'd have gotten your the lessons. And the lessons would usually be on the WhatsApp group or the YouTube, or on YouTube. And if for the recorded session, we used to place it on WhatsApp group, but now we'll be going to YouTube for that. By 3 p.m. we'll be having a live session. Ideally, our live session is just once a week, but looking at the how the group is going, we would have to do it almost every week. It's going to be at 3 p.m. on Telegram. So once you come here, you can tap on this. If you're on your PC, it will send you to Telegram page. If you are on your phone, it will send you to the Telegram app on your phone. Okay, so that's it. You can tap on the Telegram link here. We don't have to post it in the group for you to see. Everything is here. Your classroom is over here. Our FAD, that's flyer a day, and activities will be posted Tuesday around 10 o'clock in the WhatsApp group. So that's where you'll be finding it. Now, if you don't find it, what happens? Once you come here week 1, you have FAD and assignments. You can just come in here. Once you come here, you click on it, and it will send you to the activity and FAD. Activity is, there are things like post this on your status, or post this in the discussion group, post this on your social media ad, go and do this, go and do that. Those are activities. And FADs are the flyer a day. Ideally, we say that we are looking at doing 15. Why? Because practice makes perfect. These are the assignments we've done. It's been well arranged. We have the outline over here for activity 1, activity 2. Okay, so activity 1, activity 2, FAD 1, FAD 2. Okay, and we boldly written here that all the FAD assignments must be renamed appropriately, because that's how we are able to track and we are able to mark your work. For those of us who are just joining, these are all the activities we've done so far. And if you check out the classroom and the sessions, you see that we have our lessons first. So let's say you just joined us. Our lesson folder these are our lessons. Okay, so once you come down, our first lesson was on the 30th. This is the intro to it was on intro to graphic design. This is the link to it. Okay, the lessons are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so this for Monday, Wednesday, and this was supposed to be for Friday. So you should be able to access everything from there. Once you come over here, you see activity. Activity we usually upload activity for things that we've taught you guys about, and we want you to go and check. We provide resources. By resources, an online course, and we are providing online resources. Okay, so those of you expecting that we would have provided like a whole file of something, please, it's just a link we'll provide you. You should have everything that you need there. Those for Canva, this is what we have for Canva. There's a YouTube video which is linking you to how to master Canva and everything. And so those of you looking at, I don't understand the Canva app, this is where you get that. Pixel Lab is for only iOS and it is for only Android users, and so you wouldn't find Pixel Lab on iOS. And so if you're an iOS user or a MacBook user, please go in for Canva. Okay, but those who want to learn Pixel Lab, this is the complete crash course you need. For those of you who want to do more, these are videos for you to watch to do more. And we always like to encourage you guys to explore other things too as well. Now, this was activity 2. For activity 2, we asked you to post one graphic design from these graphic design inspirations, and that will let us know that the lesson 2.1, which was this. Okay, so lesson 2.1 is over here, lesson 2.1 over here. Okay, that will let us know that you have watched the video. So once you click on lesson 2.1, it takes us to the video over here, and this is lesson 2.1. Okay, I'll just pause that. I'll come back to the YouTube lessons later. So we said post a graphic design flyer from any of these graphic design inspirations, and this is why we asked you to do that, and this is the aim for that. We had taught about, or we had the lesson was about graphic design, so we spoke about graphic design, elements of graphic design. We spoke about a whole lot of lines, we spoke about shapes, we spoke about forms, and so we wanted you to identify those things from any of these. And so your role here was to either come to the JVSN Media Pinterest page and go look for anything that that can assess that you've learned some things. And so once you come here, you can screenshot this one. If this is okay for you, you can say, okay, there's color theory inside. Then you come to our group and come and post on color theory. And so we had quite a number of people doing that. After this live session, I would review that, but I don't want the live session to be too much. So let's see. Yes, so some of you did that. Thumbs up to you guys. Thanks for following, and we saw a lot of you understood what we taught. Okay, it gives us feedback. It makes us know that you are actually following, and also it makes us know that yes, you are able to identify these things on your own. That's the most important thing, to be able to identify it on your own. Now, we also, so most of you have been able to do that. Okay, most of you were able to do that on the discussion page, and you realize that our discussion page is meant for discussions. And so over there we encourage you guys, if you don't understand anything, just ask on the group. Your peers should be able to help you out. Okay, and if it's very this thing, you can text us. We are willing to also help you as well. Okay, now a lot of people posted a lot of things, what they learned, and it was very good. It showed that yes, they actually learned a lot. Okay, and so we'll review that one later. We also asked you to check out Freepik. We asked you to check out Envato Element, but I'm sure most of you missed out the most important thing: design inspiration. And so this is a resource that we've just given you. Once we explain creativity, imitation, or genuine art, you understand why these things you sent you is very necessary. Because sometimes as designers you want to start creating something, yet you are out of ideas. You meet a white page, white canvas like this, a white page, and you have no idea. And so what you do is that you can come to these design inspirations. You can take pictures from there. You can, after taking pictures from there, you can imitate the design, okay, and create yours. And as you imitate it, because you have your own way of doing your things, you can imitate and then you can modify and it becomes your creative product. That's why we gave you these things. Excuse me. That's why we gave you these things. For those of you who didn't realize, this is freepik.com, and with freepik.com, everything here is free. They encourage that when you get any free product, you would reference them that you took it from here. Those of you who were wondering where JBSM Media, where we had this picture from, please, we had it from freepik.com. And so these design inspirations that we're giving you isn't just an activity. It has everything you ever need in graphic design. Okay, take your time, go through freepik.com. I won't let you know how to use the freepik.com because there are buttons here for you to explore. Take your time, sit down, go to each and every single item in here. Okay, you will get a lot of things. Freepik.com offers you vectors. We'll let you know what vectors are soon. It offers you photos, icons, videos, PSDs. PSDs means Photoshop files, templates, mockups. And once you understand all these things, okay, this is for all these things will be explained in our lesson 3. Okay, but we had to pause on the lesson 3 for you guys to be on track. Okay, so once we explain all these things, you see how very important this freepik.com is. Believe you me, we believe in teaching you very fast, teaching you to create design in 30 days. Even if you don't know Photoshop, our Photoshop lesson may be just one day because of the way the schedule is. But after teaching you Photoshop, if you're able to know how to use the tools, all you can just do is come here. Oh, okay, I like this flyer. So what do I do with it? Can I imitate the flyer? Can I create a flyer? What if the flyer is a template? I would like to just change one or two things. I have an event coming up. I have my own picture. This is what freepik.com allows you to do. You can just modify the things inside and voila, you have your flyer, you can share it. Freepik.com is like the Canva for Photoshop. It's like the Canva for Adobe Illustrator. Why am I saying Canva? Because we told you in our earlier class that Canva, or the reason why we chose Canva is to make sure that you have a lot of templates, so you have a starting point. This was explained in our apparently I wasn't showing you the freepik.com, so let me guess. I want to believe I'm opening it now. Yes, I'm opening the freepik.com now. Yes, so sorry about that, but this is the freepik.com I've been talking about. Okay, this is it. Let me just. Oh, I'm very sorry. So this is the freepik.com I was talking about. Freepik.com gives you vectors, Photoshop files. If you look on the left side, vectors, photos, icons, videos, PSD, templates, mockups for free. All you have to do is search. Okay, and I was saying that is the Canva for Photoshop files, the Canva for Adobe Illustrator files. When you get there, you understand. But basically, Canva gives you a lot of templates. So you open Canva and you have like a flyer like this or like that. You don't get good flyers like this on Canva. You only get them here on freepik.com. So please, that is why we gave you these design inspirations. Okay, it's all you ever need, honestly. Now, when you come over here, you can explore these. And like I mentioned, we derived the picture from freepik.com. That's this picture. This design bootcamp picture was derived from freepik.com. How? You come over here, you search for let's say boy studying. in the boy studying, we want I search for it. Okay, and when you search for it, you can just filter the image. So I can decide that I want to look for photos alone. What kind of photos do I want? I want an AI generated photo, so I come to only AI generated. I can get any of these things. Okay, so for those of you who are looking at imitating the JBSN bootcamp flyer, please, you can use any of these things. Okay, so this is how you do it. But if you want the specific one that we used, for that we can't. It depends on how you search for it. Okay, looking at this image, we can say yellow boy, rasta. You can point in all those things, so you can see, and it's more of a cartoon or 2D. Okay, 2D. 2D, the word 2D is a keyword. I think we will explain. It's in our lesson 3. We will explain what the keywords and things are. So you can just look for 2D. I can look for yellow as well. Hopefully, if we find the boy. Fortunately, we didn't find the boy, but you can still explore this site, and I'm sure one day one of you will get the same picture we used. Okay, so yes, that's about it. That is freepik.com. Explore it, you love it. Envato Elements 2 here encourages you to do a lot of things. Like, I can't express how much, like, these things are, like, from printing templates to product mockups to websites to UI UX infographics. There are all these things, and it's the understanding of the concepts of design. Okay, they have applied these concepts of design. Okay, so they have applied the concepts of design and have gotten these nice things. So even if I come here, I could say, okay, what is this? So this is typography. Okay, this alone is typography, but it's typography which has been, you've added on to it. Okay, so that's it about Envato Elements. They have a lot of things. Check out their website, presentation slides, photos, fonts, add-ons, every single thing. But it's only after you understand how you master design with our course, you'll be able to know, okay, if I have to change this flyer, what do I change in the flyer? Is the color theory, the typography, what do I change? Okay, so explore these ones. If you want to pay for them too, the prices are over here. It's in dollars. It can make your work easy. Okay, and so we came back to our next assignment, which was the FAD1 pattern flyer. What is the pattern flyer? This is what we wanted you to do. So all of this is just what we wanted you to do. We wanted you to go to Google, okay, and just search what is Neo Geo pattern. As a designer, when someone comes to you, they say they need something nice. You know the technical terms, you know what is nice. You have to understand what they want. So if you saw this project as, okay, someone comes to you and says, a client comes to you and says, okay, I want a Neo Geo pattern, then you go and research on what Neo Geo pattern. If you don't know it, you go and research on Neo Geo pattern. Go to Google Images. Google Images is also an inspiration. Okay, and so we added that here, pattern inspirations. So this and that. So you can go to Google Images and look at all these things and try and understand how Neo Geo patterns are made. So you realize that it is just simple geometric shapes that they are using. So if you take any of them, it's just simple geometric shapes, and they've just colored them. And another thing you may see from them is that they are all the shapes are constrained within a rectangle. Okay, all the shapes, or a square, so all the shapes fit within the rectangle, and you see that all the shapes fit within the rectangle. The other thing that they add to it is colors. So we wanted you to come to look at our design inspiration, and you should find out, okay, JBSN has worked with Neo Geo before. So this is how we want to shape your ideas. We want to skew your ideas towards designing. So we are not, that's why I keep on explaining and expressing that we are not looking at how to use Canva, how to use Photoshop. We are looking at how to come up with these kind of designs. So we have a book, an exercise book over here, and the exercise book over here employs 3 colors. One this orange color, this blue color, and this light blue color. And from what we learned in our videos, that would be under color theory. Okay, that is under color theory. By the way, you would also realize that when you come over here, this is the course, we have the activities and FAD over here. We also have the slides that we use in teaching you. So once I come over here, I can come here and say and open this over here, and this is the slide in case you forget, or in case you just need one or two things about the hello. Okay, so I don't want to believe it's my network which is messing up. Okay, the network is back. So yes, so this is the slides that we use. Okay, and the slides explains most things. The slide has so it has all the color theory, all the things that we went through with you guys. So once you come here, you should be able to locate, for instance, if it was color theory we did, any of those things, you locate all of those things in here. It was under lesson 2. Okay, so when you come to lesson 2, you should find all those items here. And so you will see, okay, we did color theory, and we did from color theory, we did the color wheel, and we did all these analogous, complementary. So you ask yourself, or with application, you ask yourself, okay, there are 3 colors here, which means that this was more like split complementary or something of that sort. And so we expected that you come to Canva. Okay, we gave you, so you realize that yes, we gave you the course for this. We gave you the links to those items. And so if you come over to the course, once you come over here, color theory, you click on the YouTube video, you should find, or you should see the color theory. So what is color theory? Color theory, all the resources for the color theory. And so everything is here. Okay, so we had the content, we had the resources to use, how to generate random color palette, and this was posted in your the WhatsApp class group. So if I come here, I can just say, I can just go to the color theory, and I can just also pick any colors. Okay, looking at the way Nat Geo is. Okay, so looking at the way Nat Geo is, where is it? A Neo Geo. I keep on saying Nat Geo, National Geographic. So looking at the way it is, I can look at this, I can look at that, and I can realize that okay, these people are using some very nice colors and things. And so what I can decide to do is that I can say, okay, I want to also create mine, and I'll use this, and I'll use this, and I'll use this, and that's analogous scale, and I'll use this, or I'll use this, or I can say, okay, wow, this is nice, but probably the red is too saturated. I can just change it, I can just tweak it, so I can just use that, and I'll use these tools. I can copy these ones, coming over to Canva, and use those ones to color my Neo Geo pattern. Okay, graphic design, the more you keep on layering things upon each other, the more it becomes nice. And so you realize that with this item, we used Neo Geo, we added some icons to it, we added some text to it, and we had this book design. Okay, so that's what the assignment was about, just to create your own Neo Geo pattern. Okay, just create your own Neo Geo pattern, anything, any shapes, or you can come over to this one instead. So what this one had was, so this is what this one had. Okay, but this one, with their coloring, they use gradients. Okay, so it's just using gradient to color it. So you can do the same or a similar thing, and then continue by doing what? Including the text JBSN Media Bootcamp to it. And we asked you that use Roboto family, apply variations. All we wanted you to do is something like this. So you just type JBSN. Remember, we said that we can also use Microsoft Word to do the designs. So you can do something like this: JBSN Media. Then we say boot camp. Okay, and then we can decide to start designing with what? With Roboto font. So we come to Roboto font. We can go for the Roboto black. Then we can increase the size. Okay, increase the size like this. Then probably you go for another Roboto. So we scroll down to Roboto. This Roboto mono. And go for the medium. Maybe increase the size a bit. Then I can say I'll come for this one and choose Roboto, probably light font, and voila, I have something like this. So basically this is what I wanted you to do, but I wanted you to do it using Canva. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, so that was just about that assignment. And then we wanted you to apply the color theory to it. And so by applying the color theory, in coloring it, you would be able to do that either by using all these skills that Canva Color has provided you with. All these skills. Okay, so that was about it. You submit it, but you have to make sure that your folder name is named FAD1 pattern. So that was about assignment number 1. Now let's view what assignment number 2 was about. Assignment number 2 was about word cloud, creating a word cloud. With this one, the objective was to one through an online tool and the other using Canva. And the part 1 was the online tool. So the assignment you gave was just part 1, and part 1 was just with the online tool. So what you were supposed to do was come to any of these websites, any of them, okay, any of them, then come up with words relating to teamwork. And so like I said, what you need to do is that once someone brings you a graphic design thing to do, all you have to do first is, or the first thing that you need to do will be to understand what it is about. Someone says, I want to create a restaurant flyer. You have to understand what restaurants are, what restaurants look like, what kind of graphics would attract the person's customer. Okay, and so we look for what word cloud is. So we'll come over here, we'll paste it here, and look for what a word cloud is on Google. And Google should give us what a word cloud is. And so basically this is a word cloud, and I believe that we've all seen this before. Why are we doing word cloud? Because you've all seen it before. And have you ever wondered how it was made? This is how it was made. So we can use this thing to do it. You just come over here. It says come up with the work associated with, such as collaboration. So you just copy all these things. Okay, and you just come to any of the sites, paste it here, and say visualize. Then that's all. Okay, that's basically all. And this is what this one gave me, but I don't like this one. This is not nice. So what do? I can start deciding to change how it looks like. How do I do that? I can look at let's say groups the similar words in English or something, convert to lowercase. Let's use the original, and we'll say visualize again. And it says over there, resize the browser window to arrange the text, which means that if I do like this, if I resize my browser window, it changes a bit. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't like this one. Let me go and try another website. So you go and try another website. Okay, you have to try things. Okay, that's how you do graphic design. Graphic design is not like the normal studies or learning. This site, they give us an intro to it. Okay, so you can watch the intro, you can skip the intro. So graphic design is not like the normal learning that we do. With graphic design, you have to explore. Okay, so you can add the words here, paste all the words here like this. With this one, I don't know, but I think you have to add each of the words, type each of the word one at a time or something of that sort. Then you can now visualize it for it to come. Yeah, so I think something like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something of this sort. So this one looks nice, but with this one it wastes time. You have to now type each of the things inside. So I can get come and copy this one. So I'm just basically rushing through the word, but it's supposed to be something like this. Okay, let's see. X. So you can type it's about teamwork. So anything about teamwork. So teamwork, maybe unity, friendliness, friendly leadership, something of that sort. Then I can say visualize. So I'll visualize it again and they'll give me something. Okay, this is nice. Then what can I do? Let's see, let's try shapes. It says you can give you shapes. So it can give you it in a love shape. So let's try and visualize it and see. So just by using this one, I realized that this one is bomb. So I'll just close this one. I don't like this one. So what do? I use this one instead. And I create my shape with it. And it's automated. You understand? This is automatic. This is the PC doing its own thing. And voila, we have this. You see, so imagine what you can create with this. Currently, we are in October. October is boobs breast cancer awareness month. So you can just get some shape of a woman or something, and you are good to go. You can do a word cloud with it. You understand? So you try, you explore a lot of things. How do you explore? Because of the inspiration. And inspiration is looking at someone's work and getting ideas from it. Okay, so you can explore these things and try to see, okay, can the app I'm using give me something like this? So because these are automated, you are restricted by the buttons and how you can use it. So that was what the work was about. When you are done, you are supposed to download it. So you can download it as either a PNG or a JPEG here. That's what the assignment says. So you can download it in here. It says customize it. Customize it is very important. All the things that we put here is very important. So it says customize your word cloud is very important. Then it says that choose a suitable shape, color scheme, anything. You can go wild. You can do what we have even asked you to do, but just make sure at the end of the day you have renamed your file to word cloud FAD2, and then you come and upload it to your parent folder, not necessarily the subfolder. And that is all about the two assignments. For this one, realize that it's part one, and so for today you will be giving you the part two, but with the part two you'll be creating it yourself. You'll be creating it using Canva or Pixel or Photoshop. And how do you do this? You try and ask yourself, how is the PC able to do this? It's just words that they've arranged like this. Okay, so likewise you can pick the words and arrange them to get something like this. For those of you who only know how to use Microsoft Word and you don't want to leave Microsoft Word, how do you go about this? You can just be inserting um it's called inserting text box. You just insert every text box for every single word and choose the colors and all those things, and you are good to go. So that's what the assignment was about. This Google Drive link is your one stop to get every single thing. So you'll be getting the slides, you'll be getting the assignment and all. So if we come back to the lesson 3, this was lesson 3. Okay, and this was the FAW assignment itself. So this FAW assignment is here. We would have to update the assignments over here and add FAW to it. So currently, because we are using the Google Drive, once we just update it, you should have it on your phone live right now. Some of you should, if you have opened this Google Docs work, you should, once you refresh it, you should even see it being updated right now. So we have assignment FAW1. Okay, an FAW1 assignment, the deadline is Sunday. Okay, so FAW1 was about imitation. Okay, and so that's what mainly we would do. It's about imitation. Okay, and how would you do the imitation? You do the imitation by going to watch this YouTube video. So go ahead, watch the YouTube video. Once you click on it, it should lead you to our new YouTube channel that we created for you to access everything. By the way, I didn't download this one, but when you're done, you can just download it. So I can download something like this, and once you download it for the assignment FAD2, once I download it, it says that okay, show me high quality or SK or something of that sort, and I'll just download anything which is free. How do I do this? I can just right click. Can I right click? I can, let's see, let me see, save. I have to sign up. So these ones are free. Okay, so I'll just download the PNG. Okay, or I'll download the JPEG. When I download it, I'll just come into my folder. So I'll download it from here. It's taking some time, but once you download it, you rename it, well, add the FAD to it, and you're good to go. You come over here, you come over to your student portal for submitting the flyers. And how do you see that? You just open here. Over here, it says that okay, the complete guide to submit all the assignments. So once you open the guide to submit your assignments, you realize that the assignment submission link, we sent it to you. Okay, so that's where you go and find your folder and all those things. So you find your folder, then you just dump it in there, and you are good to go. Remember the Sarakoto folder. Then we just dump it there, rename it like we did earlier on, and you're good to go. So that was all about the assignments, the activities that we had this week. Okay, so that's about it for the assignment. For the FAW, there's a whole video on it here. So this is it. This is it here, and it takes you through every single step that we have told you about, and every single step was placed in here, FAW1. So when you open FAW1, all the resources that you need, that's either assignments you are going to imitate, will be here. Okay, for other assignments we'll probably give you every single resource you need, but it depends. We want you to learn how to do these things. Why? Because we've provided you with the necessary things and tools. And where are the tools? When you come over here, this is it. So it says imitate the given flyer. The video explains it very well, so I'm sure that you guys will should be able to get it right. Some of you have started well, that's nice. Now you would realize that this app was Pixel Lab, okay, but the techniques still apply anywhere. If it's Photoshop, if it's Pixel Lab, you still use the same way, you still use the same technique to go about that. And so once you come over here, you watch the video. Okay, it's about this FAW is about reverse engineering. Okay, and reverse engineer is basically looking at a flyer and asking yourself that how was this flyer made. Okay, if you look at this flyer, well, it's about shapes. So Neo Geo was about, that's why you started with shapes, so that you know how to build up, you know how things are being built up upon. Now if you don't know, if you have think you want to research more, feel free, research more. Just go on YouTube, go on TikTok, just search how to do this, how to do that. If you watch the advanced Canva videos, you know how to use more, you know how to use other Canva tools and ways to go about your things. So we come to the creative process, and we have a video here showing how to do that. Canva should have some of these things. If you are not able to do it in Canva, that is why we have provided you with the resources. Which resources? So you see that over here it says, it talks about how to submit it, and then we talk about how to make the flyer. The video has explained how to go about this, how to get the font. If for those of us using Canva, okay, If you are not able to download the font, would advise you to use the alternate font. What's an alternate font? An alternate font is, for instance, I have Times New Roman. I'm not getting Times New Roman on my PC, so I ask myself which font is closer to it. How do you get something like, you just search for? So I realize that most of you, the assignments, we ask you to use lemon milk. So this is lemon milk. So if Canva doesn't have lemon milk, what do? You look for lemon milk alternate on Google. Okay, it says similar free font and alternative for lemon milk. Most of the times I don't, at this point when I'm doing my this thing, I don't even open the site. I just come to Google and look for something which is nice. So this is lemon milk. Let me see, can I get any different font which looks like lemon milk? This is not lemon milk font. And so the first we have to know what is lemon milk font. So I search for lemon milk, and you realize that when I search for lemon milk, I'm getting just things about lemon milk, but because I didn't add font to it, so I'll search for what lemon milk font is. And what is lemon milk font? Is this font that we want to use. Yes, so this is the lemon milk font. Okay, and so once you come to lemon, you check out, okay, this lemon milk font, then you go and look for the alternate. Okay, so you search on any of these sites that we've given you to look for fonts, these ones, and you can get alternate fonts. You can also use Google to search for it. That's why you have your Google search. So if you have your Google search, you can look for an alternate font. Then we also told you how to find a font. Okay, so the video here has broken it down for us, um how to go to a font search. To you paste your, at this point you paste your image that you have or the flyer that you have, and then as if you check, you see that the image has been pasted, or our flyer was pasted, and the font to would give us the font which was used. Okay, sometimes it's very accurate, so explore. Okay, find out the best one which works for you. Okay, so that's why we've given you a lot of tools. We have font scroll, what font is this, and what the font is here to. These three ones will give you the fonts that people use. Okay, sometimes you realize that when we spoke about typography, you realize that we told you that typography, it makes up a lot of the flyers. If you look at for instance, so if you take a look at the any flyer that you had from the Pinterest, you see that it's a typography which makes it bold and stand out. It provides that hierarchy and all those. So all these things is typography, and I explain in it that, for instance, I come to Pinterest. I'm looking for a wedding flyer. I'm supposed to do a wedding flyer for someone. I can't go and use Sans for a wedding flyer. Why? Because when I look for a wedding flyer, I look at the number of things I'm getting. I'm getting edgy fonts. I'm getting script fonts. You understand? So once you're able to know, okay, this person used this flyer. If this person used, you ask yourself, what flyer did this person use? I also want my flyer to have this same kind of font, because now we've taught you that it's fonts which make up these things. You can straight ahead go and copy this side and search for a font like that. Then when you get the font, you come to our fonts over here, our fonts resource packs here, and you can download. You can go and search for the font and download. If you don't get the font to search for it, Google search. What do you search for? Free. Let's say the font name is called Monique Script. So free Monique Script font, and you get your thing. For the background, this is how the background is. So you are looking for a pattern. If it's a pattern, that's why we started from pattern, because patterns are what usually most people use in their backgrounds and things. And so you see there's a background. Look at this image here, for instance. This is a texture. So there are keywords that you need to learn. This is called a texture. This is called this background over here, it's just a compilation of these things which have been added up and added up. There are some light flares here, there's some sparkles here. This thing over here is a cloth. Okay, so that's why we've added all these funny things here. So we see keywords and or string words used. You can use, let's say, this over here, this for this concept we're using Christmas setting. So some of the things you search for is Christmas tree png is just files without background. Okay, and how do you get files without background? That is why we've asked you to also go to sites which can remove your backgrounds, and that is over here. Okay, so if you go through this one, well, you realize that, oh, you don't need Photoshop to go and remove the background of a picture. So I have a picture like this, or I have a picture like this. I also need to make my own flyer with this woman. What do? I can just go to one of these sites which has this background removing tools. I just upload the picture there, and I'm able to remove the person from the background. If you want to put yourself on a flyer, what do? You can also do the same thing. You don't need Photoshop to help you do that. Okay, because now there are websites which do that for you. And so we have background remover, slaza.com, photoroom.com. All these things make that possible. Pixel Lab can also remove background too, but it takes a while. You have to be painting and brushing out some things. So basically, your assignment is to look for all these things and imitate it. We are looking at 80 to 100% imitation work. Okay, if you can get 100% there, you've done well. But if you get about 80%, even 50%, it's good to go. At least look for these fonts and things. Now I'll break down how to do this assignment. It's just a tip, so kindly pay attention to this portion. To do the assignment, you have to know how to identify the elements of the picture, okay, and then break it down. For those of you doing this is what you have to search for. You first type design, type bootcamp, type enroll today, type all these things, type every single thing here. And when you type all these things, then you start looking for the fonts which look or resemble it. So you can go and copy this thing. This thing is, there are some effects have been added. What effects? We talked about forms, and with the forms that we spoke about in the YouTube video or in our lessons, you realize that it's just a shadow which has been added. So how do I recreate this? I can just duplicate this font. I can just duplicate bootcamp, make it bigger, make it ash this time around. How do I get the bootcamp from? The bootcamp has this brown, blackish here, is purple here. What do? I color it. What do I color it with? A gradient. It's inside the YouTube tutorial video that we sent you, the link that we sent you for the Canva tutorial or the Pixel Lab, how to create gradients. Also, if you are very confused, don't forget, always watch this one, because we've explained everything in there, or we actually did it. Then what do you do next? You start looking for, let's say, the elements. What are the elements? Free. So I can go look for free. What is this? Is there a sign? So I can go look for free sign, free sticker, free label, and I can just search for free label, and I'll add P-Engine to it. So I can search for free label P-Engine. So when I search for free label P-Engine, I'll get something like this, and I'll pick any of these things. So I can get this one. This is even nicer than what the JVSN flyer used. And I can pick this one, and you see that it has, yes, you are choosing one flyer, please, just one flyer, just do one, but I'm just explaining each of them. So if it's the one you are doing, then you thank God. So this for instance has a black and white. You can see this black and ash thing. So to download this, please don't just copy it and say copy image. You will be able to get it. Okay, go to the website where it says form, and then right click on it and download it. Usually when you download this thing, when you right click on it and download it, the size is very small because it's called a thumbnail. A thumbnail is a broken down version of it for just to preview it fast on the internet. So go to the actual site or wait for it to load. If you see it's clear enough, sometimes you see the side at the bottom here, you see 360 by 7 something. Okay, and that would tell you that, or that will show you that this thing, the size is the original size or is a small size or something. You'll be looking for something which is usually big, or like it has like about 500 inside. So this is fine because it has 700 by 300 pixels. Okay, remember the 1080 by 1000 pixels? Yes, this, we are meeting it here again. Every single thing, every single image you see on the internet is measured in pixels, and that's why we wanted to use 1080 by 1080, but it ensures you having clear files and things. So let's continue. So you come over here, you look for the free, we get one of them, we go ahead to the website to crop or to remove background. That's among these ones, then we go and remove the background from it, then we come and place it here. We get the image, you come and place it here. Then the enroll, this image, usually to view or to imitate the flyer, you have to import the flyer first. So you see that that's what we did in the video. Import the flyer first and just build upon it. So you just keep on adding the things to it. Okay, as you add it, you see that you're adding layers. So this is a rectangle. You can put a rectangle behind this one and color that rectangle probably this color. Then to get this shape, okay, maybe you can take a rectangle, add an outline to it, but don't color the rectangle. And that's how you get something like this. You take a rectangle, don't color the shape. Even if I'm here, that's in Google. I can't do this in Google Sheets, but in Microsoft Word, it would have been the same as going to create a rectangle. Don't color it, don't fill color it, rather outline color it, and that's all. Voila, you get this. How do I do this? I just type all the things in there. How do I do this? Take a rectangle, color it black or this color, and to usually get these colors is best to sample the color. Okay, you sample the color. So sometimes you'll be given options to, you'll see it's called a dropper 2, eyedropper 2. Okay, eyedropper. So you see the eyedropper. When you get the eyedropper 2, the eyedropper 2 looks like this. Okay, it looks like this. Okay, so you usually see something like this. What this one allows you to do in Canva or in Pixellab or in Photoshop is that you can then pick or sample the actual color. So you pick this exact color and you make color it that same way, and you add the outline to it and color it purple. You then start coloring this one, color this one. Then how do I look for these ones? AI. So I can just search for AI icon. So I search for AI icon, and you realize that the AI icon is the first one over here, and this is exactly what they use for their flyer. Okay, this is exactly what they use for their flyer. So I can just pick this one, crop it small, put it in a rectangle, a white rectangle, and that's all. This rectangle has some shadows to it. So you add shadows to here. What is this app? This app is Word. So I can just say Word PNG. You realize I used icon for the other one. I'm using PNG for this one. Some of these things you can use them interchangeably like this. What if I want a black background Word? I can say Word PNG, black background. BG means background. I can get something like this. Okay, so that's how to look for this. That's if you want to color the individual component. Now you can look for Canva PNG, look for this PNG, just type this one, go and look for Instagram black icon, X black icon, Facebook black icon. Look for the picture from this. You search for someone freepik.com, and then over here, what do? You can see over here, this is like a shape. What shape was this? This is like a circle shape. This is another circle shape here. This is the third circle shape over there. Okay, then the rest is just gradient. So you do the gradient, you clean some of the gradient. This is yellow, add the yellow. Yeah, done. Next shape. So we didn't provide you with this image, so what do you go and do? Go and search for your own image. You can go to YouTube, Google, and search for woman smiling big. or I can search for zoomed in. Then I can search for stock image. Okay, stock image means that it's a free source image that you can use. So when I get search for stock image, you realize that the first thing I saw was Shutterstock. Shutterstock has a lot of free images, but they end up using these things. They add watermarks to it. So who do I go for? I can pick this woman. Probably I'm looking at, oh, I want a black woman or an African. So I can search for African. Like I said, you see this thing over here. We have 600 by 400. Mind you, there are some technical things here, but then basically 600 by 400 is quite sharp. Okay, so if you are not getting sharp image, what do you add to it? You add HD to it. These are keywords. We'll do keywords on our Monday AI lesson, so take note. I can look for this woman. If I open this image, is it clear enough? 600 by 400. Okay, it's fine. It's not too sharp, but what will make the image sharp? If it is about 1080 by 1080, if it's about 3000 by something, then you know that the image is very sharp. Currently, this is our YouTube video. You can see is what it's the quality is 360p. 360p is what 360 pixels. So this over here is like close to it, and you realize that when you are watching YouTube video and it's 360p, it means it's not very sharp. But once we switch to 1080p, it means that it's now sharp now. Okay, and so that's where we got this 1080p idea. Why? Because most of your screens, the smaller edge is 1080 pixels. So if you are getting something less than 1080, it means that the picture won't be that sharp. So bear in mind. Then we come over here, we go and get our image. Then you send it to your background remover to remove the background for you. You go and look for this. Those of you who using this one, it'll be easier for you because the person the video showed the fonts that they use and all. And the font was Suncool, so you can just search for Suncool. Then you get, so you search for Suncool font. Then you'll be able to get Suncool. Sometimes you see Suncool font family. What is font family? Font family means that there's a bold, there's a slim, there's a thing, all those ones. Look at Suncool. Okay, this is how Suncool font looks like. And so we use our Suncool, then we add these other ones. This is a gradient over here from dark blue to light blue. This Hopeful is a script font. Script fonts are fonts which look like handwriting. So basically just look for a script font over here. This is a thin font. This is a medium font. This is hash, is thick. This is Suncool. You just have to make it very big. These logos, please, for the student associations, you can use your student association to do that. Type in your words here. You can look for fonts like this. This font, you can see the font is very slim, so you look for a slim font. Okay, next one. This flyer, how do we get this thing? So you can look for very nice jersey. It's as basic as that. So I can look for very nice jersey, modern design, HD, because I want something clear. Then I search for it. What am I getting? I'm getting these jerseys. So I can look for a jersey like this. And don't forget about our activity, where our activity had design inspiration. So you can go to free page, you can go to Pinterest, you can go to Google search for it. Right now I'm using Google search, but if I copy this one, I can then bring it into my worksheet and place it in here. Then before I place it in here, what do I need to do? I may have to crop this one out. So I'll go and crop it out. Okay, I'll go to the background remover to remove the background. Then I can add a shadow to it. When I add a shadow, I can get something like this shadow here. I can look for another jersey, place it in there, and then I can do the one at the bottom. Next thing is this. So I'll look for this font. This font, you have to actually go to the font finding thing and search for the font. Increase the font. This is white. So first there's white. If you are using stroke 2 can get you, and you get the stroke 2 by watching the tutorials from either the Pixel Lab or the Canva. So you can stroke the image. So you stroke it and you get the black. You can stroke it again and you can get this other one. Now if for this thing, if for instance you are using Canva Canva may not allow you to do double strokes. So what do? You stroke the P, the yellow font with black. Okay. Then you copy and paste it again. You duplicate the text. When you duplicate it, you make sure it's aligned well, and then now you just stroke it this time with just purple. Okay. Please, when you are doing the work, you can try it and see. So you get your P, you stroke it with black. Then you duplicate your P, that's the Palooza. Then you stroke it with purple. Then you put the purple one beneath it, and you end up getting something like this. Okay. Then what do we have here? We have jersey, but this jersey is blurred, so I can go look for blurred jersey. What of this background? This background, you can get it from Pinterest, you can get it from Google. What do you look for? You can look for abstract background. That's a keyword also. Abstract. So you can say abstract sports background. Maybe I want red and black. So red and blacks. I search for it and I get something like this. I copy any of them. Just make sure that it's clear, it's sharp. So I can, let's see, I can pick this one. Is it clear? It's 600 by 400. It wouldn't be clear. Always aim for things which are 1080p. Okay. Or if you can't get a 1080p, what do you do? So like I said, you go to the actual website, open it and download it from there. It should be sharper there. Okay. And you realize that this freepik.com that it sent us to, freepik.com has some free pictures, and some pictures too are not free. You look at this one, it's free. If you see the crown, it means that it's paid. Yeah, the ones with the counter are very nice too, unfortunately. So what do? I can come over here, click on it. We don't mind if you use the ones with the crown. The only thing which will happen is that it would be there will be their watermarks on it. Okay. And so you can see that even Freepik gives you the option to remove the background from images and all those things. But you come here, you just download your image, come back to your flyer, put it at the background, zoom it in, and fill in these ones with either the same thing or anything that you want to do. There's a line here, create the line, and you're done with this flyer. For the next flyer, this one, are you a clinical student seeking healthcare? Look for this kind of font. See how the font is sleek and is square. It means that it's a modern font. So you look for modern font. You can search for this font. You can search for this font. Then this font is probably the same as this font. Okay, so once you get this font, you type all the things that you want to type. You do your coloring. Then you start looking for your background. So this is a rectangle. This is a rectangle, and there's some pattern inside this. I don't know if you can see, but it's very faint. So you're going to look for pattern inside. You can look for abstract pattern. Usually if you use Pinterest, you get a lot of them, or you can use Google. So you search for Google, Pinterest, or freepik.com, look for pattern, abstract pattern. See, these patterns are aligned. So you can even look for hand-drawn line pattern. You get something. Then over here too, you can look for pattern again. You get something nice. How do you do these things? There's a one rectangle, and there's one rectangle at this side. You can use one rectangle here, one rectangle there. Then you decide to tweak this tool. So it's either, if you are using Photoshop, you can resize it in a way to fit this one exactly. And mind you are imitating, so this main thing which would be found inside this folder, that's FAW1, should be imported first. So when you import it, I think I've said it already, but I'll just reiterate. So once you import it, you just make sure it's like you're tracing. It's like what we do in primary, you trace. So you just put a rectangle inside, put another rectangle inside, get this color, you're good to go. So that's about this flyer. This flyer is actually easier to do. The only problem may be doing this thing or getting this shape. So that is how you would imitate the flyers. Try and make sure that you can do something nice, and don't forget to use the actual image. Don't forget to get the right sizing. The video that we have provided has shown you how to go about that. That's this video. Okay, so thank you all for joining. If there's any other question, we'll take it now. I have explained all the assignments, the FA1. There will be another FA1 2 assignment next week showing you how to, this time it will be about creating as well. Okay, so that's about it. If you have any other question, you can speak up or you can type it in the group, the Telegram group, and we would attend to you. Thank you for now. I'm ending the recording so that those who join late can join, they can view it.